Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Check right 54. Right 54. Watch the run. Check.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
64. Hey, Irvin.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 38-yard line.
From the 38, Darnold. Philip Dorsett hauls it in.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mark 54. Smooth. 54. Go. Go. Hey, watch out. Watch out. Check. Here we go.
Now Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
On first down, Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. 49.
Now it's Darnold. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Darnold from the gun. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Bravo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
And they are going for it. Darnold. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down with Cannon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Bryant for the extra point. has got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Breshad Perriman with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 14-14.
54 Mike. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Mike 7.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Man, I got you.
Darnold now to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Got one. Mike 5'4". Hey, watch the screen.
Hey, Haywood.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Open man here is Foster. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. On first again, they go with Urban. And he stopped immediately there. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. The second down carry for Irvin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. In your face. Hey, home. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Hey, Zeus.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold caught here by Griffin.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Complete to Dorsett. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Darnold now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get it running right, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Irvin. Space to maneuver at the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
fielded about a yard deep.
Come on now, let's go.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He shows you right there. He can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here we go, son. Yo, lady.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check four. Check four.
Hey, lady.
Here's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, 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 check.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon.
Check, check.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Got some room at the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Irvin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll run it. This is Irvin. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They toss to Irvin. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because, you know, it's a heavy conversation right here because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 3, check 3. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Irvin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards. And the Jets first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles. We ain't giving up nothing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. Dorsett making the catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Hey, switch gears. Here, 36.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Cannon. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trenton Cannon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Irvin. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Hey, Irvin.
Back to throw. Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Double dog. That's the way.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun handoff to Irvin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Mike, 15-19. Mike, gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Go, it's run.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This will be from 53 for the win. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
This is Bell. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Irvin on the carry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Rosas' kick is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
From the 41, Darnold. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Bills, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Time to bring the bass back.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. It all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the